Have you ever pined for an all-wheel drive minivan that also offers Stow-N-Go seating? Well, the 2021 Pacifica now offers an advanced all-wheel drive system that preserves Chrysler's coolest and most proprietary feature, the ability for the second row seats to disappear into the floor.
The Pacifica has been my favorite minivan since its introduction 5 years ago. It's Chrysler at its best, perfecting a type of vehicle they themselves created. It's turned minivan styling on its ear, continued seating innovations its competitors still don't have, and introduced plug-in hybrid technology. And now all-wheel drive becomes an option across all 4 gas-powered models, just not on the hybrid. Chalk up one for the new Sienna, but more about that in just a bit. The styling has been updated too, adding even more athleticism to its character. And with the popular S appearance package darkening things up and these new 20-inch wheels, the Pacifica adds as much visual appeal as allowed by minivan law. Velvet red pearl is certainly the color to have, and no, it's not an upcharge paint choice. There's also a new bougie Pinnacle model with standard all-wheel drive that starts at nearly $55,000. But this one's a step below, the Limited, also with standard all-wheel drive and a bunch of add-on goodies, such as the Premium and Safety Sphere Group and the Uconnect Theater Family Group, which includes a new feature called the FamCam Interior Camera, a way for parents to keep tabs on the little ones, even in rear-facing car seats. And the seatback video screens have always been a big hit right from the start.
Minivans are the domain of kids like me. For example, just look at this touchscreen. Not only does it play Blu-ray DVDs, it has apps that you can play all the time during the car ride. It even has an app that tells me when we're going to get to the destination. I love this car because of that, and it even has this remote. So it has a gesture pad that you can use for the screen, or if you want, touching works too. The only problem I have with this screen is that it's too far to reach sometimes. So you have to end up using the remote more than you'd want to.
So I'm happy to report that my wrist has healed up pretty nicely, but 5 years later, the Uconnect Theater system is pretty much the same as it was. Although I'll be in the driver's seat in just a few months, I can still see younger backseat passengers enjoying this entertainment just as much as I did when I was 11.
So this is the new Android-based Uconnect 5 system that boasts a much faster processor and, much to my liking, wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. It also integrates seamlessly with Amazon Alexa and hosts some cool new features like the FamCam. But in terms of ease of use, this version of Uconnect takes a step backwards.
It hasn't completely left behind its likability, but the previous version was so good that it didn't really need a complete overhaul. And I never thought of it as slow. But here we are, and I just find it more distracting and more difficult to get to what I want. The heated and ventilated seats and heated steering wheel are accessed here too, and there's almost no button redundancy. Down below, you'll find the wireless charge pad and 5 of the 12 USB Type A and C ports scattered about the cabin, so staying connected is not a problem.
Beyond its stylish appearance, the Pacifica's real ace in the hole is the ability to easily configure the cabin, whether it be for cargo, people, or a mixture of both. And of course, the headline is Stow-N-Go.
The captain's chairs go down very easily with a button that pushes the front seats out of the way first and then returns them when the process is complete. And when they're not stowing seats, they can hold other stuff. The third row is completely power operated and also gets in on the Stow-N-Go action, creating a huge, wide floor in a matter of seconds. And third row peeps of all ages and sizes will be just fine back here with easy access, tons of leg and headroom, vents, sunshades, power recline, and a sunroof. You can't beat a minivan for hauling 6 people or more.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just cleaning up the latest mess.
It's not a new feature, but Stow and Vac is cool because it's not located all the way in the back of the vehicle like some of its competitors, but over here, and it can reach every inch of the vehicle.
Offering all-wheel drive boosts the Pacifica's appeal in places where the weather is miserable, like here for instance. And it works in interesting ways, triggered by things such as using the windshield wipers or recognizing when the outside temperatures are too cold. And in normal driving, it's completely seamless in its operation. You can't tell when it's connected or when it isn't, which is good. But the Pacifica has a new problem, and it's called the all-new Toyota Sienna Platinum all-wheel drive hybrid. It gets 35 miles per gallon. It costs about $1,500 less and has a 630-mile driving range. This one here gets only 20 miles per gallon, has a 380-mile driving range, and is priced here at nearly $56,000, and this isn't even the top trim.
Reducing the parasitic losses of a typical all-wheel drive system, the Pacifica disengages the drive shaft from spinning when it's not needed. But still, 17 mpg in typical around-the-town minivan duties isn't anything to write home about. The Pentastar V6 is a minivan powerhouse at 287 horsepower, but there's a price to pay for its quick reactions, and I have to say, the 9-speed auto isn't always the smoothest. MSRP here is $55,665, so this isn't your typical blue-collar minivan, but it still does an excellent job of making family travel as easy and as enjoyable as can be, and offers big-time flexibility with a heaping dose of Chrysler cleverness. For TestDriveNow.com, I'm Steve Hammis.